to another episode of Vlogmas. I was gonna say welcome to another episode of the marathon, which technically it still is. It's just December. It is 7:45, so we have a little bit of time before Thomas goes to school. And I'm just gonna do my little echinacea shot, which I think is a million times worse than a ginger shot, personally. But I'm gonna do my polar bear mug, so that makes it festive, right? Wanted to say thanks for all of the great comments saying, yes, please continue with Vlogmas, which I wanted to. I just wanted to make sure that, like, if you're like me and you're not feeling super festive, that you were okay with that. So cheers to that. Whew. Make myself a coffee. I woke up feeling just very off. And I don't know why. I'm feeling that way for the last few days. So I was thinking, like, oh, what would I tell a friend or a marathoner if they woke up the same way? And I probably would have said, move your body, which it's too late for that now. Maybe later. I journaled a couple pages, which usually helps me. I have had just like a really self-love morning where I haven't been too busy. I haven't been forcing myself to do any work. My coffee. Cheers if you have one of these OG mugs. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's just all the things, I guess, today. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for the next half hour. Just stare at the Christmas tree. I'm basically feeling like I just want tomorrow to happen because tomorrow is my last exam, but I'm not nearly ready for it to happen. So today we'll be mostly studying for that. And I'm gonna film a one-off video that would have been the one that went up yesterday for you, answering a question from a fellow widow. So if you missed that, go ahead and watch it. We got a lot of questions. I posted on my Instagram and also in the Marathoner Facebook group saying I needed to do a Q&A because Q&As are very easy for me to film and they don't take a lot of editing. So I wanted to do that. And you had a lot of questions for the unicorn, no surprise. And then a marathoner named Allison suggested that we do truth or drink, which I never heard of. But basically it's like, if you don't want to answer a question, you have to drink. And if you do, then obviously you answer the question. So I'm just gonna say that's gonna not be one for my mom to watch. We're gonna film it once my exams are done. And there's a lot of questions for him. So I think I'm gonna make him partake in it with me. Instead of him just being like the question asker, I'm gonna make him answer them with me. I'm wondering if one of the reasons why I'm feeling off is I haven't had enough water. Love that. So many of you saying you love the idea of this motion censored light for your pantry, laundry room, linen closet, mud room. That was good. I'm gonna have one of these sugar-free NRCs. I've been having one of these every morning, oh gosh, since like March, basically. So this is probably why coffee ends up getting microwaved. We forget about it. We move on. I think one of the reasons why I'm not feeling myself maybe is I haven't drank enough water. Usually by 9, I've had a full juggie, which I find really helps my morning. And I'm having a hard time just for this last exam. I'm ready for a break and I'm ready for Christmas. Well, I'm not ready for Christmas. I'm ready to allow myself to get into the Christmas spirit, I guess. This is something that I'm super disappointed I forgot to include in my kitchen favorites. It's the milk frother. We upgraded. So remember how last Christmas I was all about the hand frother from Canadian Tire, which I still love. I think it's $9 or $10. It's great, but we used it so frequently that the batteries kept needing to be replaced, and also we went through a few of them. You can also find it at Dollarama for like $4. So it was a good test. Like, yes, we like froth milk, so we upgraded to this. The brand is Vava. And I will put a link down below because I got a lot of questions. I posted a picture of a frothed coffee and people were like, tell us more. It's like you're having a takeaway coffee, but at home, and I love it. I'm just disappointed I forgot that in my kitchen favorites, but what are you gonna do? Now you know. I'm gonna drink this. Okay, I was thirsty. Maybe that's part of it. Okay, she was thirsty. Tomorrow is my final, and I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but I'm nervous about it for one main reason. It's 3 hours long, and I'm worried that this mature student is gonna have to pee. Yeah. Wanna say good morning? Good morning. You watching Elmo? Good morning. Oh, oh, oh. Who's that handsome guy? Is that Thomas? That's you. That's you. Sorry if you have a fingerprint on you now. Is that the soothing sounds of Elmo behind us today? This is a little more soothing. Got a nice flower surprise from a certain somebody. He's very good about making sure there's always fresh flowers in the house, which I love. I can't remember who it was, but like years ago someone said to me, a great gift if you're a dude or a woman or a they, get a vase, give it to someone, your partner, and promise that it will always have flowers in it. I love that idea. And you know I'm a big grocery store flower gal. Give me like an $8 bouquet any day. And then I'll make it last 3 weeks. Okay, talking to you is always helpful. It's tough when there's nothing to pinpoint, which I'm sure many of you can relate to, especially in 2020. I can just feel my like energy level going down, 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 which I'm sure the majority of you can feel the same. And it'll just be a push today and a push tomorrow. And then I have 2 days before Thomas is out of school where I am planning to basically live on the couch or in my bed all day and just like watch Christmas movies, relax, order a takeaway, and just celebrate being done the semester before winter break starts for Thomas. And then he goes back to school and I still have a full week before my school starts, which is, so that'll be a nice time for me to do like stuff for my business, prep for school. I'm gonna apply for some scholarships. At the end of the summer, I applied for like, I don't know, 20 different bursaries and scholarships for college. Didn't get a one. And I have so many lovely reference letters from marathoners, so I'm going to reuse those and apply for more this semester. Fingers crossed that I catch someone's eye and they want to help me with my pursuit. So I'm gonna do that, start applying for my third year, all those things. Anyways, we'll take all that out. Okay, I'm gonna drink some more water. I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm going to sit here and just chill out. It started snowing, so we'll leave a little bit early for school. Use my handy dandy remote start to start the car and hope that this feeling dissipates. I think it will. I got my final back, like my final accumulative final grade for my social work class, and I nailed it. So I'm feeling good about that, since that's what we're going into. Anyway, this could just be the whole vlog. This is already like 12 minutes. What do you think of Evermore? Should this just be a chit-chatty morning and then this is the whole video? Maybe. What else am I gonna do today? Honestly, study and eat leftovers. I might just do this today, where we've already talked for so long. Yeah, I'm just gonna get a pillow for my aging back. Thank you, Thomas. We've got time. Thank you for hanging out with me. This is making me feel much better. You guys are so supportive and you're not even here, but I feel you here. I feel you here. I also feel like Thomas left a giant fingerprint on you. One sec. Maybe just a little dirty. Just a little bit. It's okay. Is that better? Ooh. Sharp. Wow, that's 1,000,006 times better. These are from that same shop. Remember I was telling you that I got my girlfriend earrings for her birthday? They're Lowlin by A on Instagram. I love them. What were we just talking about? Oh, school. So I'm doing my bachelor's of social work, and I was very naive when I decided I think I've been coming around to this decision for a really long time, but I finally decided this year that I wanted to become a therapist. And what really sort of pushed me towards that goal was I did some coaching earlier this year with some wonderful marathoners, which I would totally be open to doing still. And I just wanted more like science to be able to help clients with, and I wanted just more like, I wanted an established degree and credentials behind my name, instead of what I have right now. No. So I decided that I wanted to become a therapist, and it's basically what I feel like I do a lot already in these videos and, you know, in DMs that I get sent and questions that I get answered. I mean, that I answer, that I get sent. But like I said, I just wanted, I wanted it to be legit, and I wanted to have more knowledge behind what I can offer. So I decided to become a therapist and knew that I would need to get my bachelor's and my master's. But then I started looking into things, and I was very naive. All I knew of social work was like basically MCFD, like Ministry of Children and Families, where you like, I don't see myself being someone who has to deal with like children. That's not my vibe. I would really like to help women and just humans in therapy. So I don't see that being my vibe. I see more of just wanting to help people, but mostly adults. But that being said, already what I'm learning in school, I think it's gonna shift what I end up doing. I'm also not a firm believer in like, you do one job and that's it. So anyway, I was naive, and I've learned now that social work is a huge umbrella as a degree, and you can do so many things. Plus in Canada, a lot of people's insurance doesn't cover a therapist, but it would cover someone that has a degree in social work. So that's really encouraging, because I know how hard it can be to access therapy, and I would never want like finances to, you know, come in the way of that. Also, another bonus of doing a degree in social work is you can start working after you've done your bachelor's, and a degree in psychology is much like harder to be employable in your field as a therapist. You would have to like instantly go in to get your master's, which I still plan to do right now anyway, like finish my bachelor's and do my master's right away. Another bonus is that if you do your bachelor's of social work, your master's is only 1 year instead of 2. So these are all just like many of the reasons why that's what I've decided to go into. So thanks for asking that. I maybe I hadn't like laid it out. It's becoming more and more clear anyway. Like with the coursework that we did this semester, it's hard for sure. I think it's going to be a real balance of like self-care and self-awareness, because it's obviously quite heavy, but yeah, I'm happy with it, and I'm happy with how the first semester went. And I just need this English course as a prereq to get into the program. So my hope is that I'll be able to do next semester, and then I'll switch from the college that I'm at now, because they don't offer the program that I want to go into. So while I'm on Christmas break, I'll start my applications for the actual Bachelor of Social Work. That's my long-winded explanation of school. And what else did I get asked about school? What am I taking next semester? I am taking the second of the social work courses that are prereqs to get into the program. And then I'm taking 2 psychology classes. This semester I took social work, gender and sexuality, which I loved, and then this English poetry and drama class. So yeah, and then again next semester 2 classes will be what they call online, and 1 will be distance ed. So that distance ed is like self-led. I can't commit to 3 classes a week where I have to be present just with my schedule with Thomas, and still running my business, and still you know, keeping a roof over our head and food in on our plates and things. So no, like, and that business I will run for years still, if I am grateful. I mean, if I am fortunate enough to do so, because that is what affords everything else. And I do enjoy it, and I really love my clients. I actually have a new client starting in January, which is really exciting. I tell you, a little hydration. Hydrate. Take care of yourself. This is the new journal that I just started writing in yesterday. How pretty is it? I got it from Indigo, and I love it. They have the nicest journals, except mine, of course. Bias. I think I got asked too if school is what I expected. I think so. Like, it's been years. It's been 20 years almost since I was at university, and 16 since I was at BCIT, which is where I got my school for journalism. So I thought I would feel really old and out of place, but I totally didn't. I think the nature of my program is like an older student group, which is helpful. It went honestly better than I expected. It was less stressful. I had wonderful professors who were open to like having office time and helping me and answering my questions and being aware of the mature student aspect. And I also learned a lot from my much younger classmates who, could I be their mom? Yeah, pretty much. Yep. I'm twice their age. But it's such a different generation, so to see how differently they speak, or how much more they were educated on things that I wasn't. Like, for example, I learned so much about LGBTQ+ this semester, and about you know, what it is to be cisgendered, what it is to be non-binary, why it's important to use they and them pronouns, why it's important not to just call people like, hey ladies, or hey guys, just say like hello. How some people, if they are trans or they are non-binary, actually find it to be like a form of oppression or violence if you say like, oh, can I help you, ma'am? Or can I help you, sir? And they don't identify as either of those. It was really fascinating. I loved hearing from other students. I liked my online courses more than my distance ed one, which I totally thought it would be the other way around. Yeah, I liked online school. I liked being able to come to class just in my office. Once Thomas was sneezing at school, so I had to go pick him up. And I left in the middle of class and nobody knew, and then I came back and just continued class, and I didn't miss anything. So stuff like that was just great. Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I was very proud of myself. I didn't find it to be too much work. I didn't find it to be stressful. I really felt my time management skills come into play, and that felt good. Being able to still do the podcast, do the YouTube, my business, which my business is always my #1 priority, do the schoolwork, you know, parent, be a girlfriend and a family member and a friend. Yeah, I feel really good about all of those things this year. So that was something that I didn't know. I didn't know what to expect, and it turned out great. I'm excited for the break, but I'm also really excited to continue on. And one thing that's been so special is my niece Elizabeth is also in university. So we've been texting way more and like commiserating and cheering each other on and helping each other, and you know, because she's gone straight from high school to university, so she's been a huge help to me, this grandma being like, I don't know how to do this. Like I literally was like, what do I use to write an essay? Because I have a MacBook. Like, I don't have Microsoft. Turns out my school offers it for free, which is what I've used, but just like questions, I'm sure she's like, okay, grandma. Excuse me. Hi, honey. You liking a nice chill morning? Be nice to have a break with him. It's so funny. I used to think like Christmas break was so long or spring break was so long, and after this year, I'm like, poof, we had 6 months together. Hold my beer, T-Bone. Just kidding. I was gonna show you the book that I started listening to today. Have any of you read this? Listened to it? This is the Libby app. Just been feeling like I needed a little self-development. I haven't done a lot of extracurricular reading, like learning reading this year. If you watch my books I read this year, you see a lot more fiction, which has been wonderful. But I'm excited to dive into some books over the break. Just like not be on my phone, not be on social media as much, and just really decompress. I like this. This is like we're having coffee together. Oh, it'd be nice if you were sitting here and we could just go back and forth. All right, well, I'm gonna start my car from the inside of my house. That remote start. Oh, I got a question of what brand was the remote start that the unicorn got installed in my car. He got the factory one. Took it back to the dealership where I bought my car, and they just put it in. So that's what we ended up doing. I just, because my car is only from 2017, I thought just do it all. The price was very comparable to like a local electronics store that was having a deal, so I just felt more comfortable doing that. Thanks for having coffee with me this morning. This is gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed a little chitty chatty video. Tell me something about school for you. Did you enjoy school? Would you ever go back to school in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 20s? Is it something that you didn't enjoy? My first time around, I did 1 year of university, and I did not enjoy it because I didn't have a purpose. And so I took a year off, and then I went to BCIT and did the broadcast journalism program, which I loved because it was so specific and personal and like you were on that track. All the profs were either former radio reporters, TV anchors, TV producers, like they had so much experience. And I went into one of my professor's offices before the first Thanksgiving and said, like, how do I get a job? Like, I was so laser focused. I definitely was not like, I'm not a just want to go to school to learn kind of gal, which no shade if you are. I think that's wonderful. But I think that's why I'm also able to feel so invigorated about this, because I do have an end goal and I can see how that end goal will like work. One thing I did, which I don't think I've ever talked about, was before I actually signed up for college, I did a lot of research. I had very lengthy conversations with different therapists and grilled them about their job, the pros, the cons, their education, if they feel safe, billing, like all kinds of things. I talked to someone at our local health authority who was super nice in recruitment, and she was very upfront with me, like, this is the education that I recommend you get. These are the jobs, these are the wages, this is the different wage between a bachelor's and a master's. And then I, you know, spoke to a few people at the college who were really helpful in like admissions and the scholarships and talking about how to get a student loan. And I did a lot of research, which probably won't surprise you. And everyone was so wonderful and so giving with their time, and really helped me shape my decision. So, and I'm sure I'll have many more questions for many more people as things progress. And if that's like one takeaway from this very long, unexpected video, that I'm very grateful that you're here with me to watch, hang out with me, because I'm feeling so much better than I did. Ooh, it's 8:25. Oh my God. Yep, it's 8:20. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to learn from other people. Don't be afraid to inquire about things. One of my favorite thoughts is, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You know, just ask questions and see what people think, and, you know, pick their brains, and then take away little bits from, you know, I'm not taking like everything that one therapist said, that's not gonna work for me, and then I have, you know, everything that another person said isn't gonna work for me, but you kind of just like pick up little bits along the way, like little breadcrumbs. Thank you to the marathoners who are always answering my incessant school questions and who have been so supportive, and who continue to say like, if you need anything, and I'm like, I'm gonna take you up on that. But thanks for watching today's very long ass impromptu unexpected video. Cheers to you, and I'll see you in the next one. The next one, when is this going up? Wednesday? This is going up, what's today, Tuesday? I think the next one will be answering your questions and proceeding to drink. So again, Mom, probably not one you need to watch. Thanks for watching. Lace up, subscribe, become a marathoner. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.